Work is happening right now to make woolly mammoths roam the earth once again. A Harvard scientist and a Texas company have partnered to bring the extinct species back. Jacob takes us through their plans.
Decades after Jurassic Park hit bookshelves and movie screens, a Texas company is working to resurrect not dinosaurs, but woolly mammoths.
I just fell in love with the idea of the project.
Ben Lamm, the CEO of Colossal, is teaming up with renowned Harvard scientist George Church to bring mammoths back to life.
And I reached out to George Church at Harvard University. His passion and his voice changed completely when he started talking about de-extinction in the mammoth.
Lamm says there aren't any scientific barriers in what they are trying to do.
Over the last decade, humanity has made significant advances in understanding DNA.
For the first part, we actually have a sequenced genomes of various mammoths of DNA that's been collected over the years. And that process is really to kind of understand the genome and how it relates to its closest phylogenetic relative, being the Asian elephant. The Asian elephant is actually about 99.6% genetically identical to the woolly mammoth.
And all of that gene splicing and dicing will be done by something called CRISPR, a revolutionary editing tool for genomes. Lamm says the real challenge will be gestation.
We can leverage surrogacy. We prefer ex utero development. And so we're about 4 to 6 years away from our first calves.
Colossal claims the reason behind this gargantuan mission is to combat climate change. And they already have a plot of land picked out for the mammoths in Siberia.
You can actually lower the temperature of the permafrost from anywhere from half a degree all the way up to nearly 10 degrees.
Trees breathe in carbon dioxide and release oxygen back into the air. But in this case, the mammoths would actually knock down the trees, creating more spots for grasslands. Grasslands are pretty good at storing carbon in their roots. The elephant-like creatures would then pack the snow deeper, acting as an insulator. All of this to help prevent the melting of permafrost, which releases harmful greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Still, the big question, is bringing back an extinct species really a good idea?
But your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
We are in the world of synthetic biology, right? Like, these tools exist. It's hard to kind of put the genie back in the bottle. We need to be really thoughtful about the intended and unintended consequences of our actions.
And Lamm says because of the mammoth size, it would be pretty easy to roll back if something went wrong. He worries more about the other groups that could bring back ancient insects or other smaller species. That'd be a lot more difficult to contain.
Yikes. Yeah, it could be interesting to see what plays out after this. What is the probability of success, though, this does happen in 4 years?
They're very hopeful that they can produce, I guess is the best way to say it, produce this woolly mammoth and then transport it to Siberia for it to be born and eventually breed by its own.
That is going to be fascinating here. And yeah, still working on the terminology to something like this.
Yeah, right?
Untapped so far. Much appreciated, Jacob.